Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lisa, a colour pencil artist, a mum, and I create wildlife tutorials over on Patreon. Today I'm excited to walk you through this honey badger piece. We won't be using any solvent for this one, so I'll just be explaining how to build up that rich black texture using colour pencils alone. This video is a quick look at this piece, but you can watch the full real-time tutorial over on my website and on Patreon. All the details will be in the link below, so let's get started. So getting started with the eye, I'm just using the dark sepia just to get a light outline. And then what I'm going to do is use a white waxy pencil. So this is a Holbein soft white pencil. I just purchased this one on Amazon. They're around $10, which seems like a lot for a pencil, but it lasts a really long time. And just putting that in the highlight section just helps to preserve that really white glint in the eye, which will really help it look realistic. After adding in all of the darker sections, and I go over the lighter sections with the cold grey one, add in some of the blue tone with the sky blue, and then go over everything with the black to get all of the darker sections. I also went back into the top and the bottom of the eyelids just to give it a little bit more of a white tinge with the soft white pencil. Starting to add some of the fur around the eye, I'm going in with the base of the cold grey one, making sure to go in the direction of the fur, and although it is very dark black here, you can see those lighter sections underneath, so that's why we're doing this base layer. I also put in some of the sky blue and then started to go over that with the dark sepia, and then you can start to get darker with the black. Also blending through again with the cold grey one, the sky blue, just to make it all nice and smooth, and then you can go over with the black colours, getting the darkest where you need to, but keeping all of those lighter highlights and shadows where you need to. So now that we have the first eye in, we're just going to go over and put the second eye in with all the fur around it, and then we can sort of match up the fur in the middle. It's best just to break your colour pencil pieces down into little sections. It just makes it a lot more manageable because it does take a while to complete each section. So generally with colour pencil you'll start from working from light to dark. So I'm starting with the base of the cold grey one, working up to the cold grey 3, starting to add some darker sections with the dark sepia, also using some of the cold grey 6, and then where the darker sections are we're using the black. Remember to also go back over with your cold grey 1, cold grey 3 and start to build up the layers, help to blend it down. So the more layers you do, the smoother the pencil will be on the page. If you go in with really hard pressure, you won't be able to get down that many layers, which stops it from looking smooth. And then when we went into the nose, just going in with the dark sepia again and mapping out all of the darker section. This is a really dark nose, so it does look strange. Remember, each piece goes through a ugly stage, so it will get there. Then I'm also going in with my embossing tool just to put in some of those whiskers that you can see. And then when you're going over the whiskers with your colour pencil, you just want to make sure you're holding your pencil on the side so it doesn't go into those lines. Although these whiskers are really dark, so we're going to be going back into the lines later anyway. So although this is a black and white animal, there are some highlights and bounce reflections that you can see from nature and light around them. So there is some purple tones, blue tones, and a little bit of orange as well. So when I go through and put these colours in, I'm just doing really, really light layers or glazing them down. So that's holding my pencil on the side, just going in really softly. You don't want it to look blue, purple or orange. You just want it to have a really little tinge of that colour in the fur. So for the top of the head where all that white fur is, we're using exactly the same colours as we were using before, but we're just going in a lot lighter. And when you're putting your fur strokes down, just make sure to space them out really far. So this will ensure that you're letting in more light. The more that you clump together or shade down colour, the darker it's going to get. And this sort of section, it might be the case that you put in most of the colour and then you complete the rest of the piece and then you come back to it, because it's really hard to judge how dark and light each section is before you have in all of the other sections. Through this part of the piece as well, I did put in some of the beige red and the burnt ochre, so adding those two colours together gives you like a peachy look, helps it warm up a little bit so it's not just all blue and purple grey tones. And this section did take me a long time because I just built up the colours so slowly. So when it came to the shoulder and the arm, I just wanted to build up the layers really, really gradually. So I was planning not to use any solvent for this, and to get all of the really dark tones, you just need to build up the colours really gradually so that you have a lot of layers. and then at the end you can go through with a harder pressure, a sharper point, and smush all of these colors together, which is what they call burnishing. So I started by going in with some of the cold grey 3, cold grey 6, dark sepia, black, using some of the blues, oranges and purples, the same as before, and then just layering these colors up. And then by the end, when you need to get the darkest sections on either side of the arm, you go in with a sharp black pencil just to really saturate that color. If this video is going a bit too fast for you and you would like to do it in real time, remember this is a full real-time tutorial over on Patreon. Here's a look at the tutorial we completed last month, and for all of the tutorials you get given the reference photo line art material list and the full real-time videos to follow along in your own time. And so for this really dark section, we need to do the same strategy as what we did on the arm, but we're sort of starting off with really darker layers because we want to get this really pitch black in the middle. Doesn't mean that we don't go through with any of those colors, so we're still going through with the sky blue, the violet, and the burnt ochre to build up all of those tones. But we're also mixing in some of the dark sepia, cold grey 6, and the black. And the reason we're doing this is because we need to build up the layers. Using different pencils with really light pressure will help to build up all of the pencil, which means it'll smush together at the end really well. So when you're sort of going through with your final layers of the black, make sure to constantly be sharpening the pencil so you're always using a really sharp point. This will help you really saturate the page and get it nice and dark. Then finally, it's just time to add in the last little bits, including those little claws at the end. But I really hope you liked this video, guys, and you learned something along the way. Remember to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.